Hello, everyone. Scott here from Beyond the Grave Ghost Hunts with Sean Ruger from Beyond the Grave Ghost Hunts and Bill Fritz and Ryan Thompson from End of Days Paranormal. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, we're here.
You guys ready to talk some paranormal videos? I think we got a couple good ones here.
You got some paranormal popcorn to go with that?
None. I didn't pop any popcorn. Should have thought about that, huh? But too much crack sound on them.
I should have kill you.
Okay, well, these videos.
Do a Tootsie Roll. Go ahead.
Really? These videos are from Randolph County in Fairfield from May and June of this year. And we're just now getting a podcast going on it. So we got some evidence here, and we're going to sit down and talk about it. And we're going to start off with the two stick figures that we caught letting off the EMF detectors up at Fairfield. So here we go. I'm going to give it a watch.
It's like stuff appears in front of it. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on. And then now look at it. It's just going fucking crazy. See, look at how many things are out there. Yeah. That ain't even Scott.
Keep touching it, guys. Come on, one more time.
See it?
One more time. Better than that. Yeah. Touch that puppy. Let's go.
And there, I don't know.
There you go. Look at this. Look at this. This is going on command. Are you really? Hold on. Let me turn on my camera. Wait a minute.
It's like two of them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So what do you guys do? We'll start with Sean. You were operating the SLS camera, and Sean does a lot of the SLS camera work for Beyond the Grave Ghost Hunts, and he's getting real good at it and stuff. So we'll start with you. What do you think, Sean?
Well, it was definitely something there. I mean, a couple of things, I think. With the EMF going off, it's, I mean, what we're dealing with, I don't know, but it's, they like to, it seems like they like to gravitate towards electrical things, whether they're plugged in or turned on or not.
Right. Yeah, they hang up around fans and absorb their energies and stuff like that.
Not turned on, they still gravitate towards it, like they want some energy or something when it turns on or something. I don't know.
Well, I've noticed that the last few ghost hunts with all of you guys, that when we get stick figures, which is good evidence, just that alone, but when it's touching an EMF detector and making it go off at the same time, that's like double the evidence. And that's exactly what they were doing. You can see me come on in, put the EMF detector down, get on out of there, and it kept going off. So what do you think about it, guys? End of days.
Go ahead, Bill.
I just, I agree with you. They're always looking for some kind of energy. I think that, a lot of times when we do find or capture something like that on film, on video, not only are they taking and trying to pull energy from that, but I've also noticed in the past that a lot of times our other batteries will start to be drained or get drained as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something I think is kind of.
But Fairfield, it just seems like they're really into those EMF detectors. I catch them the most there.
They love them. They love
a little bit at Randolph, a little bit at other places, but they're just touching them all over. And I think it's because there's a stream they said goes underneath the building, right? At Fairfield.
Yeah.
A river, and they said that could be a conductor.
That when Ryan and you guys was upstairs with the REM pods and what have you, and I was downstairs around the morgue or on the lower levels with David. It was just like sonic chimes going off, and the more they went off from every direction, the more energy there was. So a lot more was being
that place that has a lot of energy, don't you think, Ryan?
It does. It really does. I mean, I do believe that stream runs right underneath the morgue.
Yeah, and it helps it. It's a conductor. I think it's a conductor.
The way that goes is when I was talking to the one gentleman there this last time, He had said that, yeah, it does actually go underneath that morgue. That's
No,
why when he goes down there, he gets a weird vibe. He thinks it's from that stream, from that underground stream.
Okay,
Could be
well,
the
this
river
one.
Styx.
Okay, now this one's the next video is going to be from Fairfield to out in the cemetery. Now, the last podcast we had, we put an EMF detector down on one of the headstones out in that cemetery. And what happened? It lit up. And that's when we were talking about it's hard to get EMF detectors to go off in a cemetery.
Yeah.
So, but this is the
Hard to get
same
Styx
night.
in the cemetery too.
Yeah. And this is the same night that we, from the same night. And you're going to see what happens here. Just check this one out. Like, sprawled out now.
Is there somebody here, or is this the statue? The headstone that's making this happen. Now, if it's mapping the headstone, it shouldn't disappear if I touch it, right?
Oh,
Wow, it reached for you.
It reached for you.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You did that, it started going up your arm.
Yep, there it goes.
One.
Is your arm cold?
It's getting a little chilly, but I mean, feels like this is vibrating a little bit. So it's still mapping it then, right?
Yeah. Now, what I liked about that one is that when I reached down to touch that stone, the stick figure reached for my arm, and my arm was red, and the stick figure, everything around the stick figure was blue. Then my arm turns blue, not once, but twice. So, and I didn't feel anything cold on my hand, but it felt like just a silent little vibration going through the stone. That's all I felt. I don't know, maybe my sugar was low or something, but I felt just like a little, very slight. So
in the past, you guys have had a lot of luck out there with words in the cemetery too, as well, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had. I think we've had words out there. I'm pretty sure we have.
I know the last time we were there, we had the stick figure in the tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get stick figures in the graveyards.
Because people,
there's no energy coming from that stone except for maybe the energy from the earth, the electromagnetic.
Right.
That's maybe
a lot of people say that the SLS cameras give off false readings. That's why when we encounter a stick figure with our SLS cameras and your guys's, we try to get them to do stuff on command, touch something, move around, raise an arm, and 99% of the time they do stuff on command. Yeah, they do interact. So that one I thought was a good video because, like I said, my arm didn't feel cold, but the stone itself, and was that have anybody's name on it? Do anybody remember?
I thought it was Henry or something. Wasn't it Henry?
That was on the flat one. This one's the oval one that was standing.
Henry's on the flat.
Yeah, I can't remember. There was
something, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I just felt like a little tiny vibration going through it, but
it was probably my ex-mother-in-law looking for my ass. I don't know.
But there was a truck going by too. You can hear that in the background. Maybe the vibration was
and
from the truck going
biting the hell out of us.
So, all right, this next video is at Randolph County in the attic. Seems like we get a lot of evidence in attics. This one's just a quick one. This one, my daughter Tina was up in the attic in the wheelchair, and you're going to see a nice flickering orb. It's almost glowing, and you can see through it and not see through it. But here, check this one out. Okay, there goes another orb right there. Yes, sir. I saw that one without the glasses. That was a good one. So, a lot of people may say it was a bug, but I didn't see wings.
Those aren't no bugs. That was orbs.
No, Yeah, and like I said, and I also saw it with my own eyes. Now, here's the thing about infrared lights: we don't see that light
Uh-uh.
with our naked eye. So this thing had to be putting off a little bit of energy for me to have seen it. You see what I'm
Besides
saying?
that, if it was a bug or insect, the way it kind of would have been going faster, and you would have seen the wings flutter, like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
You would have seen that flutter, that delay.
Yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it one more time. Okay, there goes another orb right there. Yes, sir. I saw that one without the glasses. That was a good one.
It actually looks like a bubble. You know when kids blow bubbles, it looks like a bubble.
Like a bubble being
I was
pushed
just-
by air.
Yeah.
With the reflection on the top of it as it moved.
Yeah,
That's why.
but when it came into the room, it sort of like went like that, and then like it took a look, and then went right on up. So that was up
Have
there.
you tried pausing it right there and freezing it and seeing if there's a face or something in there?
It's like the one where we said last podcast where it felt like something came out of the morgue with us, and we saw that thing go by the camera. It's like that. Some of it's like it's cloudy, and then some of it you can see through it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to make out of it.
A long time ago, you took a picture at Gettysburg, and you caught that little kid's face in the orb. Remember?
Yeah, I've got that picture in my album. I'll bring it.
This?
Yeah, it could be, but I didn't see the orb when I was with the naked eye when I took that picture.
No, but I'm saying
in Gettysburg.
You still captured it, dude.
Yeah, I know I captured it.
That was
But
what got you started in all of this, wouldn't
but
it?
this one, it kind of I saw it with my eyes. I looked up from the screen and saw it.
This. If you play that again, can you pause it right when you see that orb come into?
No, the only thing I can do is bring it in and bring it up. So, but
just saying, a lot of orbs like
I'll
that.
just show it to you. One. Okay, there goes another orb right there. Yes, sir. I saw. Because it looks like it just comes up.
It
It
comes
just came
down.
in.
Yeah, you saw where it come in,
It paused.
disappear, and then come right back up again.
Yeah, it
Not,
paused.
You can
Wait.
open it on your own computer and work with it, right?
Just say after this,
Yeah,
if you want,
I
you
can
can
get
send it to me and I'll
zoom in on it.
do what I can.
So I thought it was a pretty cool looking orb. I didn't see any wings, and I watched it with my own eyes come into view and leave, and nothing. Was
Yeah, but
there.
if you notice though, you catch it. If you catch it just right when you see it, the first time you see it is where it comes in, and then it disappears. As soon as it comes in, you can see it coming from the top, come in, disappear, and then right back up again, and you'll see it as it comes back up and in brighter.
Yeah, what I thought was cool about it is that kind of like when it did all that, it's just kind of like paused and like took a look and then nothing to see here. Sort of like that is what I took it at. So, all right, now this next video is another stick figure on the morgue table. Sean's doing the video. What's intriguing about this video is that Sean and I are talking. You can hear us talking, and then Sean says, "Yeah, it's been stuck on that word," or something like that, close to that. And then you're going to hear something, a disembodied voice say something like "sick" or something. But listen to it here real quick.
That's none of us on that tape, no. Let's get real close to those EMF detectors again. Yeah, light that puppy up, let's go. I don't know why this is stuck on trip. That's what it said for the last, I don't know how long. Looks like he's getting off. Looks like
You hear that? It sounds like he's saying "psych" or "sick."
Is that when I was in the cooler?
Yeah, we were all in there.
You were in the cooler.
All right, I was in the cooler. That's why I thought I heard my voice, but it did sound sick.
Sick or psych or something like that. I'm going to say sick because it's a morgue. I guess you don't end up in there being healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, yeah, it's probably sick. So that was a good, I mean, that is EVP right there.
Psych ward. I mean,
yeah, psych, like in the psych ward. I don't know, but
it could be anything.
But that's not the first time those SLS cameras have picked up disembodied voices. That screaming at Randolph County.
Right.
The camcorder got it, and the SLS camera got it.
I didn't think the mics were that good enough.
It was quick. I put it under the audio. I couldn't make it. It sounds like sick to me. Sick.
That's what it sounds like.
Sick.
I mean, you're right, Sean. I'm impressed at how well these little recorders can pick up stuff. I mean,
What, those SLS?
Yeah, those are our voice recorders.
Our voice recorders, stuff that we can't hear. Yeah, like the trumpets. Still
Yeah,
like those.
I heard them again over there in Lancaster.
Okay, yeah, and on the next podcast, go ahead and make sure we get those ready and we can load those up on the
I
thing
sent
to hear that
everything to
trumpet.
you already.
Okay, I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
get
that video that we were just watching of them on the morgue table, it felt, when we were sitting in there doing it, it felt spooky as hell. I mean, it was like my hair was just standing up on the back of my neck. It was just
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know.
place
It was
will
a
be-
totally different energy there this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's like different every time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that the more you do a location, the more they open up to you? Because I do.
Yeah, because
And
they're
then
getting used to you.
Then if you bring someone that they're not used to, it kind of slows down the activity.
They clam up.
Yeah.
I kind of noticed that on a few ghost hunts too. Okay, now this next video, more orbs, because I like the orb. Now, if you look at this orb, the last one you see that comes down from the top, it looks like the same shape at the one at Randolph County. Now, these are two different locations, about 200 miles apart. So, but check out this orb that comes out. It's the third one. It's the last one comes out. Well, we're not. There's an orb. That was not a bug. A big orb just flew in here and just disappeared.
I believe it.
I saw that on camera. There's another one. Come here. Wow.
I come over here and they come.
Now you see the shape of that one?
Yeah, the
That
second
sort of
one.
look.
last
The
one
one
that
that
went-
flickered came.
The one that went up like this, you could actually see a tail.
Right.
Like
And it's,
tail,
to me, it sort of looked like it's shaped like the one at Randolph. I could be mistaken or stuff, but
Looked
but
like
it
it was
would look.
the same kind of movement too.
Yeah, it does. I was going to say that.
It's blowing in the wind or something.
But there's three of them. There's one that starts off, and then there's another one that I didn't see because the camera screen's so damn small, and then the one that came down and then disappeared. So I'll play it one more time since it's a quick one. There's three of them all together. Well, we're not. There's an orb. That was not a bug. A big orb just flew in here and just disappeared.
I believe it.
I saw that on camera. There's another one. Come here. Wow.
I come over here and they come out.
Yeah, it looks like it's got like tails in some ways, don't it?
Yeah, I counted.
Yeah, what was the coats that men wore that had the tails, like the tux?
Yeah.
Because it's like flying. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I counted 4 of them. There was
did
3
you?
that you may see, and then the top that came out of the top. As I'm looking at it, the top right, and it was just real brief. It came down and disappeared.
Okay.
And it wasn't no bug. It looked like another one.
Yeah, that was the biggest one out of all of them. That was one right there. That one right there. So that was definitely, I think, orbs, and a lot of people want to discredit it to dust and stuff like that. But dust particles ain't shaped like that. And to me, some of the ones that I've seen look up like they almost got like little wings on them.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm kind of seeing. I see like little wings on some of them. Maybe I ought to do a podcast where I freeze these and see what kind of images we can get out of them.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right, now the next one, Fairfield County Infirmary again. This one's up in the attic. This one is with an EMF detector, and I was using it to communicate with a spirit up there. And it's a little bit of a longer video, a couple minutes, but you'll see the gist of it here.
Yep.
Okay, we got a window right. Whoa! There we go. We got activity up here. Very good. Any stick figure, Sean? Okay, who's up here triggering that? Thank you. Can you trigger it? Keep going. Okay, let's stop this for a minute. Wow, something is touching it, and there's nothing electric around it. It's just on a bed. Okay, let's calm down for a minute. If you're a man, make that go off. 3, 2. Okay, stop. Okay, go ahead and stop touching it. Thank you. Were you a patient here or were you a resident here? Go ahead and touch it in 3, 2. All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, I am at least 8 feet away from that EMF detector, so I'm nowhere near it. Did you die here? Give me a touch it for yes. Don't touch it for no. Okay, you did die here. All right, calm down. You're letting us know you're here. That's great. But let's communicate. Do you like us being up here? Touch that box for yes. I'll give you a few seconds. 3. Okay, there you go. I was just getting ready to start the countdown. All right. Do you want us to stay up here? Let me know in 3, 2, 1. Okay. I take it that you don't want us to stay up here. So if you want us to leave, okay, stop it. Stop it for a second. If you want us to leave, you're going to have to give us some more evidence. Okay, I'm turning on the Paraforce box. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You're hitting. I swear, Sean, some nights I set that off in my room and just turn it on. Doesn't make a bit of sound. Okay, so far that we got you're a man, you're a resident, and you died here. Are you buried out back? Oh. Okay, I take it that you are buried out back. I'm going to go out to the grave. All right, so that was a little Q&A up there with the EMF detector. And I think I was getting responses because when I told her, okay, stop, it stops. And I think it figured out that I only wanted to touch the EMF detector when it was a yes answer. So, and tell me what you guys think about it. Bill, start with you.
I mean, at one point I was up there with you, and there's no denying. There's no denying when you ask questions like that, and then you get responses, especially that quick. Did you die here? Are you buried out back? Beep 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 beep. Before you got the rest of the word out, it was already lit up. There's no denying that.
That one where I was doing the countdown 3, 2, and I was just getting ready to say 1, and so it beat me by just a second.
That is a response.
I think I felt that I was communicating with somebody, and for some reason I thought the name was Walter. I keep thinking the name Walter in my head up there.
Well, we had Walter come across my box and your box when I was up there
at the same time.
The last time we were there.
And that was enough when you guys said, I keep getting this, and then it comes up on 2 different objects at the same time. That's a spirit's language.
Because and if anybody else has ever been to Fairfield and got the name Walter, contact Beyond the Grave Ghost Hunts or End of Days Paranormal. Let us know if you've caught the name. Do you think
there's some kind of records or something of all the people that stayed there?
You would think so.
I'm sure there's probably somewhere you can get to a public record. But I'm sure we can go up and look at a public record for it. I'm sure you could probably find it because, with it now being open to public, it's bound to be public record.
Unless they were destroyed in a fire or a flood or something, you don't know because they didn't have that way of copying them back then or putting them on micro discs and saving them and stuff. So, but we've caught that name up there a lot, Walter, Walter, our resident. And
Yeah.
are you buried out there and stuff? So
And I know on our next one we're going to do, we had both smelled smoke up there, Scott, up in that attic. We was, and where it was, we was right in front of that door, and look up that door where I was on live. I was looking straight up that wall, and you could see we smelled that smoke, but we smelled two different kinds of smoke.
Yeah.
And it only lasted what, a second or two?
Yeah.
Then it was gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
It did. It smelled,
right in front of that.
it smelled like
it was right in front of that
Tobacco
door
Road.
where we smelled
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I've been in North Carolina, and it smelled like a quick whiff of Tobacco Road.
Yep.
When they grew all when they grew all that
can
tobacco.
get infirmary records.
Okay.
It says infirmary records of Fairfield County from 1848 to 1910, and death records for the infirmary from 1911 to 1980.
All right.
But I would have to buy it
Oof.
for $9.50.
Okay, maybe we can all chip in there and get the list of it and take it on up there with
It
us.
might be an interesting read, huh?
Yeah.
We could probably verify, that Walter.
It says in 1881, the infirmary consisted of 70 male inmates and 54 female inmates, with 20 males being boys and 12 being female. So
I'm wondering then on those records if they actually give age and dates of birth.
I don't know. Maybe that's questions we need to ask up there next time we go to Walt. Ask them, see if we can get some. We got good equipment, guys. We got some of the best. So
right, and
but
if we follow on these things, if they follow them, they'll be able to see. We're actually answering questions of things that we see up there that's captured, and names that has been pulled out match those names to those records.
Should be able to do the same thing
Verify
with Randolph County too, right?
You would think so. That's how we got the one guy that fell out, that got pushed out the window. What was that, John?
Some Ida lady.
Ida up there,
Dunkel.
Isabel.
Doris,
yeah.
That stuff like that. So
all right. If we could put proof to paper, you know what I'm saying? That
it just verifies our evidence. Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Something I would like to get also would be if they have any kind of records for the morgue itself. Just the morgue records.
I'm sure there had to have been records of births. I'm sure there was records of deaths.
Because I want to be able to match up. Scott, you was there. Scott, you and Sean both was there. All the names that came up, and every time those lights lit up on that bench where those drawings were at, and that child's cooler.
And see if we can get names like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that wouldn't there come a time in Fairfield's history where they didn't do the morgue stuff? They just took them to the hospital when they died. Because I imagine that was more. 80s. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, they probably did more and got bodies ready, but didn't like as time went on that the bodies were picked up and then that was done someplace else. So
that would probably be what in the 80s. You figure, Ryan? Isn't that what you said? Up to the
1880s.
1980s. Yeah.
They said that place operated up until the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something like that.
So that leads me to believe that if that was the case, and then they was moving bodies instead of doing the performing the surgeries there, that would have to have been, I would think, maybe early 70s when they started actually taking the bodies from places and doing the morgue,
all that stuff at another location. Location.
Yeah.
So
that's what I would think.
I wonder if they kept records like that. They had to,
You would
think
they
had to have kept it.
Maybe
all right, now on to the last video here. This one was at Randolph County. Bill and I was down there doing a session down there in the morgue at Randolph County. And if you watch this video in the lower right hand corner, you're going to see something like trying to come into the vision of the video and moving away from it. I don't think it was a bug because I didn't see any legs or anything. I don't think it was a bug, but at the end, you're going to see it come in and then dart off real quick. Now, I had the camera in my right hand, so I know it wasn't anything. You know how those cams camera
There was
just set up.
nothing blocking. There was no finger. There was no shadow. No nothing. But watch
So-
this video.
Well, watch this.
How many people are in this room? Bored? Why are you bored?
Yeah, now at the end there, you're gonna hear me say what the, because that's when I was looking at my camera and I noticed something move out of the way.
Yeah.
That's when I was getting ready to say what the. So I cut that out for people need to hear that one. So I don't know what that was. I don't think it was it looked like someone was trying to peek in or just stay out of the range of my camera. You know what I'm saying? So we want to watch it again and see if it's moving with my camera or it's moving away. You know, like I said, my camera goes this way, it goes that. If it's moving in the opposite direction, watch.
Away from it.
Right,
How many
watch.
people are in this room? Bored? Why are you bored?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
It has
It's
its
hard
own
to tell.
movement.
right.
Yeah.
That
It's on
darting
movement.
off, I would say maybe something fell on the lens, it's moving around, but when it darted off like that, with my camera not really moving that fast, so
Well, when you stopped your camera, when you stopped moving, it was still doing that. It was still moving. When you stopped, and
Right.
when you went to the right, it didn't go with you. It just like dropped.
It's just
it
looking
had
like
its own movement.
Moving away
yeah,
from
it's sort of like it's just peeking in and kind of
Yeah.
like, like
Its own movement.
Don't forget,
So-
we got to bring that picture up too.
yeah, that one's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
And but I think maybe that was maybe the tip of a shadow figure. What do you guys think?
It could be just about anything, but it's a possibility.
But it's something in there. It's not a bug. You would see it.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, bugs usually crawl all over the lens. Or you can see it
Mhm.
going around the roundness of the lens and stuff like that. Now Ryan caught this picture. Now this is before the investigation or after the investigation? After. So you're walking around one last time before you left, just snapping pictures, right?
Yep.
And he caught this interesting picture. Let me show it to you. Okay, all of our mics are still on, so we can comment on this. Now,
myself, Melissa, and Eric were just walking around, and I blew it up because, it's harder to see it without it. I'm at the end of a hallway, second floor by the jail cell. And when I take my pictures, I don't stand in the middle of the hallway. I don't care because it could produce a something like this.
a false reading, yeah.
Yeah. So I stand behind something. Like when I took this picture, I stood behind the corner of the next hallway, and I took 2 snapshots, and I caught this.
All right. Now, in my opinion, when I'm looking at when I see it, I see 2 things. I see a small head halfway up in that doorway, and it looks like it's peeking around something else. And then if you go a little bit higher, I'm starting to see a shaded out area. I don't know if that's the wall up there or what is it, but it's the shape of a head. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like to me. I don't know if we can blow that up anymore, but it's weird. It's got the round top and it goes down into like a cone.
Yeah.
Almost like a chin shape. From what
You see
I'm
the
seeing.
face at the bottom on the floor?
That's what I was just looking at. It's
Yeah, the 2
I
eyes
was gonna
down there.
comment about that.
2
Looks
eyes and a nose. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
the
that-
top of the head, and it stops right at the
And now-
nose.
Yeah, right at the nose. It looks like it's peeking up through the
I
floor.
was just going to comment
Did
about
you see that,
Sean.
Ryan?
Where?
Over
Right at
on
the bottom.
towards the almost center, but left to the center.
Just left to the center.
Yeah,
of the
I
doorway.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a face or a nose and some eyes and a
Man,
forehead.
that's scary. Me and Sean think way too much alike.
It looks like it's coming up and taking.
I hate to say it, but
peek at ya.
I cannot wait to go back to it.
Dude, we're gonna get back there. And this is why we do it. I mean,
XLSs.
I'm already packed.
Yeah, he's already packed. But like Sean says, that I upgraded a little bit of my equipment to the XLS, so now we're going to have SLSs and XLSs at the camera at ghost hunts, and I love the SLS cameras, So
maybe even some XYZs.
But XYZs and stuff, but no, we're going to get back to Randolph, and now Sean, when he first started this, Sean was I think was a big skeptic. And I know how you guys feel about ghost hunting. You've been doing it long enough.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask Sean. I ask everybody who's new on my podcast, what do you think about it now, Sean?
Oh, I'm a believer now, dude. Definitely.
So, and you weren't a believer before, were you?
Well, we lived in that haunted house in New York. I was kind of young, but I remember some weird stuff there.
Yeah, Sean and I are brothers, by the way. He's my younger brother, and like I said, we had a house that we thought we saw stuff in it, but maybe we just didn't rub our eyes quick enough when we woke up or something. But but like I said, when I first started taking Sean out, I think I don't know. What do you think, Sean? You started opening up your eyes.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to get good evidence. Not screw stuff up by moving the camera too much, or you know what I'm saying? Or
no, you're working those SLS cameras good, and Bill and Rhymes both got SLS cameras now, and they're working theirs because you guys were doing the graveyard with those ones.
Yeah.
Sean, you're doing a great job, but I gotta make sure your eyesight's good. Do you see those?
The skulls right there.
Yeah, are you sure? All right, you're still a good cameraman. You're all right. You're all right, in my book, buddy.
So, and I'm going to end this podcast here where I want to do something here real quick because we had just went back earlier. Okay, and this is going to set it up for the next podcast. So I'm going to repeat the video. I'm going to repeat the morgue, the voice again, and then explain why I came out of the cooler. Well, I know I didn't want to bring it up, but Bill was there. But let me play. But the first time we went there, this happened. Now, like I said, the camera strap was around my hand. I was getting a cramp in it. You're gonna hear me say something. My hand's got a cramp. Then you're gonna hear the child's voice say, "You hurt." This is really spooky in here. Oh God, it sounds just me rearranging my hand. Cramping it. Got a cramp. All right, so that's the video I'm talking about. Now, we went back in September. You guys have been on ghost hunts with me enough. I went back in that morgue, and I said, whoever the little child was that asked me if I was hurt, I said, first of all, I appreciate that you asking me if, care enough that you had asked me if I was hurt. So I asked in the morgue, I asked her, if you're in here, show me some signs. Just show me anything. And I wasn't going to bring it up because I can't prove it. But I got touched right there on my cheek. And for some reason, I got freaked out really bad. And I was actually throwing my shoulder into this morgue's door to get out. And I was like, nope, I'm done.
This door is this thick. It's this thick, and it's concrete.
Yeah, it's got to be 10 inches.
He come out of that morgue. I was in the other cooler, and I just said something about being touched on the back of my head. He comes flying out of there. He got poked in his cheek. Now, he showed me on his cheek. I told him, open your mouth. Show me where you got poked on the outside. When he did that, I took a picture on the inside. And where he was pushing in on the outside, he's got a blister on the inside of his mouth.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know if that's paranormal because we were eating pizza. Sometimes tomato sauce would do that in the inside of my mouth. But when I kept showing you where it was, I felt something up against my tongue. I was like, what the hell is that? And it felt like a little blister that came up off the surface. But we got a picture of that one. But that ghost hunt freaked me out more than any other ghost hunts.
He
Because-
was pure white. He
Yeah, I was
had
like, no,
goosebumps.
no.
You ever seen
Careful
Scooby
what you
Doo?
ask for.
Yeah,
You ever
I
seen
did. I asked
Scooby
for
Doo where Shaggy gets scared crapless?
yeah, and jumps in his arms.
That's what it sounded like when he come flying out of that
Yeah,
room.
but it did. It felt like a little kid that when they poke you to get your attention, and that's what
You
it
asked
felt
for
like
the
to me.
attention,
So,
you asked for it, and you got.
but we're gonna bring that up on the
message.
podcast. And the other time I got freaked out up there is that was the bang that we were all up there in the attic. I think Bill, Sean, and I.
Yeah.
I came
Yeah.
down those steps and I was counting them because it was
That
so
was the
dark.
thing.
I didn't want to break my
Yeah.
neck. So I was like,
And we knew right then there it
2,
wasn't
3,
no floorboard.
4.
It wasn't the loose boards either on the floor.
And then I stopped and turned around and I felt like, something was like watching me. So I walked away and all of a sudden you hear it. Boom, bang.
Yep.
You can see it on my page right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Beyond
was
the Grave
about
Ghost
8-10 feet
Hunts.
away from it before it did it.
Yeah, and it was boom. And I was like, hey guys, and I come scurrying out of that room real quick. So
Oh yeah.
Fairfield is a great place. We're going to get back to it and we're going to do another podcast here very soon about the part 2 of Fairfield.
That was
And
the same room where you had the EMF on the bed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also we
You had one on one, and I had one on the other bed on the opposite side. That I had the two cat
yeah,
balls out.
and we
got that one.
and we got good SLS video up there. Sean and I up there in the little kids room, and we lost it. It wouldn't download. Tried everything. I mean, I waited 8 hours.
The whole way home, and then 8 hours
Didn't
later,
download the whole way home, and I got home and I plugged it in, went to bed,
we had
came back, and it was
jumping like from they would be in the baby stroller, and then they would jump on the rocking horse, and they were like jumping on things, and then one of them jumped on Scott's legs.
yeah.
And
So
we lost it all. It was crazy.
we lost it, and that's part of the business.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think spirits can say, "No, you saw it, but you're not taking it anywhere," and zap it.
Yeah.
At
It
Randolph,
happened.
they got a room
Yeah.
with all these mirrors. At the
Yeah, that's another one.
scribe room or something.
Scryer room or something like that.
Something.
It's
And
nothing but circles.
I caught we caught a stick figure stuck in a mirror, and we lost that evidence too. And I want to get back there and try to see if this stick figure's still there.
And we got everybody out of that room to where Sean was the only one filming. So, and it wasn't his reflection. You could see his reflection.
There was no reflection in
over
the
to this end. This one was off by itself, and it's just standing there, like boom, boom, boom. So hopefully we can get back there and catch that again. And we lost that evidence too, didn't we, Sean?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we've lost evidence on my SLS.
Yeah, I've lost it.
Scott, you remember that? We lost the first 2 videos.
No, I've had my SD cards go out on me when I'm starting to film at a location. I was like, man, I got to get another one. I get back to the motel, and I'm kind of mad at the SD card, so I'm throwing it in the trash, then I'm pulling it out, and I'm like, why did it go bad? And I put it in, and blink, 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 and there it is. Yep. No videos on it, and I hit record and did about a minute and a half record and stop it, save it, and it was right there.
Check out some of this footage I got.
I can't explain it.
Check out some of this footage I got with my XLS camera. I don't know if I can get it in there good enough. See it?
Watch, you see it?
Yeah,
Came out of the
Yeah, go to your right just a little bit, Sean. My Emmeline's covering it up. Okay, here. Comes right on out of there. Yeah, comes right on out of there.
Yep.
And that came right out of the mirror.
A lot of stuff with these things. I'm telling you, we're gonna catch.
So Sean can't wait to get up there in that
because
scryer
these
room.
Download like this, dude. We can be downloaded and watching it all on the same thing.
Yeah.
See what you did, Scott? Now you got him hooked so bad you're going to have to put a leash on him.
No, he wants to get up there and see who that stick figure, because he felt like it wanted to come out for some reason. It couldn't come out, or it didn't want to come out. We're going to try to find out why.
Start finding some names at these places.
Yeah.
So guys, all right.
Sean,
well,
I got your back, buddy.
We're going to get on up there. And also, I want to say that next year, Monroe House, Blackford County Jail, we're going to get on up there. We're going to expand this a little bit more and get more places and stuff like that. So I think this was a good podcast, guys. I appreciate everything that everybody's for coming on out here tonight.
Cool.
and talking paranormal with me. And I love ghost hunting. And it's in
Sean's
my
a
blood
believer
now.
now.
Sean's a believer, definitely. Yeah, and my son, Christopher.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bull. That's crap, Dad. That's stupid. Yeah, he's a believer now. He's even got faith now. Honestly, he believes in the afterlife. He believes that there's spirits out there, and there's a God out there now. And I'm like, well,
Seems like
So
everybody's feed is going pretty good. Nobody's freezing or anything.
no, they're good. But everybody
Yeah,
says
there's
that
definitely something else out there.
ghost hunting's stupid and ghost hunting's weird, but it gives you a sense of peace, don't it? Knowing that death is not the end.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of it.
Find out what's
It's
on
going to
the
happen. It sucks. We lose our
I
loved
look at
ones. We cry, but it's not the end.
I look at
Definitely not
this,
the end.
what we do, like treasure hunting.
Mhm.
You don't know what you're going to get until you start really digging and delving into it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then when you start finding things, that's your answer. You're going to have a lot of good evidence. That evidence is your gold right there.
Do you kind of feel like you're time travelers too? Because we're talking to people in the past, in some cases. Isn't that
Sometimes
kind of
you
like,
feel like part of
isn't
the
that
family.
kind of like a time traveler kind of thing?
Certain aspect, yeah.
Or like part of a family, or like part of the family, the ones you're talking to.
Yeah. Well, like when you get those
What the
trumpets,
hell happened?
those trumpet sounds. I think that they were having a party in there in 1930 something,
Yeah.
and they had that cranked record player, and they were playing. What was it, Billie Holiday?
Got a lot of relatives that we never talked to.
Yeah.
And they were having a party, and we tapped into it.
And I think it was
somehow.
me and Sean. We was talking about it at one point. That we was discussing about each time we go somewhere, more than once. The spirits still have that issue of what they like you or not. And the more you're going, the more respectful, the more you're going to have that trust. You're going to have that trust, their trust, to talk to you.
They're going to open up. They're going to open up.
Yes.
And I think sometimes spirits don't want to open up because they think they scare us. Because people and they freak out
and that's
and run.
what makes me feel like we're talking to family, like lost family. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
the more we go, the more they open up. It's like, you want to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking to your own grandparents that have been gone.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, what happened?
Just give us some answers. Everybody wonders. Everybody thinks of their own.
Everyone would love to talk to their dead loved ones. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But it's not supposed to be so. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do that.
I think that we're supposed to meet them again here when we take a different form. But no, I mean.
It says in the Bible you're not supposed to do that shit anyway. But
what's that? Ghost hunt?
Try to talk to the dead.
Try to talk to the dead.
But if you look on the other side of that flip coin,
I've heard
Halloween, the Day of the Dead, and
celebrate it.
The Mexican, the Spanish or Latin point of view, you're celebrating it. So it's the Day of the Dead. So we're actually, it's a full
transition.
Time. Yeah, it's a full time Day of the Dead celebration, and we're just trying to connect with them. And
I think some people are curious about what happens after death, and they go looking and try to get answers. Us.
Yeah.
Then I think some people are just so scared of it they don't want to know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me.
You're not knowing.
So
but then you got those ones that have a near-death experience.
Okay, there he is.
And it freaks them out.
Yeah. So but that's why I go, son. I want answers. I want answers to my questions. I want to know that it's real, and I know it's real. There's no one can change my mind about that one. And when you find one answer, you want more answers. So it's a little addictive. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to close this out. Thank you for the great podcast tonight, Sean Ruger.
All right, gentlemen.
Beyond the Grave Ghost Hunts.
Later.
XLS cameraman Bill Fritz from End of Days. Ryan Thompson from End of Days. And guys, check out their page. They put some good evidence up there, and they go off on their own and do stuff too. So,
like always, stay spooky.
But I can't wait until next year and get this thing going again. But here in a few weeks, we'll get another podcast up. Okay.
Sounds good.
All righty. Like Bill says, stay spooky.
or stay creepy,
curious.
however you want to do it.
Yeah, stay curious too. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Later.
All right, gentlemen.
All right,
Have a
man.
good evening.
Hold on.
You too, buddy.
Let me get everything in place here. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you again.